Hey everyone, are you wanting to get started on your rebounding journey? That means exercising on a mini trampoline. Well, I have good news for you. I've just finished shooting a beautiful new 4-week program called our Foundation Program 2.0. I shot a program just like this a few years back on a spring rebounder with a very different looking handlebar, and I just felt like I needed to reshoot it with a bungee rebounder with our newer handlebars, newer music, newer accessories, and just kind of give it a little bit of a makeover, because it was time. So many people are new, especially this time of year, to starting on their rebounding journeys and wanting to get in shape for summer, wanting to feel better, feeling like the weather's changing, they're coming out of their closets and they're like, okay, I think it's time. I need to do something, but what am I going to do? I don't really want to go to the gym. I'm not a public person. I don't want to go to a studio necessarily. If you do, great. But if you don't, and you want to exercise from the comfort of your own home, with your doggy doos around you, with your kiddies running around, maybe you work from home and going to a facility is just too much work, too much time, okay, out of your day. You need to do something in 30 minutes. You know, you can slip on a quick outfit at home and have your rebounder ready all the time. Put out your laptop, put in some earphones of some kind or a little speaker if you're alone, and you can be good to go following me on the screen. So let me explain, what is this foundation program and why is it different to any of the other programs we've launched? Well, firstly, it's for real beginners, clients of ours that, or if you're watching this, can only start with 2 minutes of basic bouncing, even compressions into your mat. This is where you need to be beginning. Maybe you are bouncing back from an injury. Maybe you've had a sickness setback. You've had something happen to you and you really have to go back to begin. Maybe you just had a baby. Maybe you're nursing an injury. Or maybe you're just really unfit and haven't exercised for 2 decades, okay? And you're like, I've seen this rebounding thing, I've read about it, my lymphatic system needs it, I need to do something low impact, I want to do something from home, and I want to start slow, and I want to just ease my way in. The foundation program is perfect for you because week 1, we only land up at the last day, day 7, on 6 minutes. So you're starting out with 2 minutes, very basic movements, in and out, literally tapping, getting used to the sensation of gravity force up and down, that acceleration, deceleration of the rebounder. It's a whole new experience, for a lot of people. So we build our way up from 2 minutes all the way up to 6 minutes in the first week. We don't use any accessories, okay? Then bring on week 2 and 3 and 4, and each week we go up a little bit. So the end of week 2, we're going to be finishing off at 10 minutes. Then the end of week 3, 15 minutes. And the end of week 4, 20 minutes. And the program stops at 20 minutes, okay? Each week, the music gets a little faster, the movements become a little bit trickier, and it just is a progression kind of plan. You can't start with week 4, okay? You have to go through the process. The equipment that you're going to need, so we start to introduce little pieces of equipment each and every single week. So this little starter kit is actually all you need, to be honest. Coco agrees. Okay, that you get your long resistance band. That's your 1.2 meter resistance band. You get a light set of dumbbells like this, a 1 kilo set of dumbbells, right? You get a little set of mini loops, different strength resistance bands. These are your little circular bands. And you get a deflated ball like that, and all you need is a little tiny straw to pump it up. Okay, and this is what it's going to land up looking like, a little ball. And then I do recommend that if you would like to invest in a set of these little anti-slip covers for your bands, we have tons of different prints and patterns that you can get, and it just makes the whole experience a little bit more comfortable around your outer thighs, and it prevents those bands from slipping and rolling up and down as well. So it really makes it just a much nicer experience. So you can get yourself one of these little sets, lots of colors available, and I actually shot the whole program with our bounti pods. Now these are the dumbbells, also 1 kg, but what's lovely about them, they're easy to wipe, they're made of silicone, not of neoprene. Okay, they're covered in silicone, and because we do a lot where we hold the bar, it's quite hard to hold the dumbbell and the bar at the same time. But with these, your silicone is at the top, and you can simply wrap your hands around the bar. It makes it a lot easier to use a dumbbell and then hold, use a dumbbell and hold. So I did shoot the program with these, however, they are not compulsory. You can make do with your dumbbell, okay? So that's the only equipment that you're going to need to complete the entire 4-week program. As part of your Life of Bounty, and we're going to be adding it to the Life of Bounty completely complimentary to all those that are subscribers. because you may want to repeat week 1 a couple times, you may want to repeat week 3, you're not quite ready to move on, and so we've allowed for a holiday or a break, or maybe you get sick, or maybe you want to repeat a week or 2. So come on everybody, you need to get back on your rebounder again today. And if you love it, and which you will, and this music's amazing, it's a lovely little setting, and you do your 2 minutes and you're like, you know what, I could do that again. You can do it again. If you get to week 3 and you're on 12 minutes by then, or 15 minutes, and you want to repeat it all over again, or do it in the morning and then do it again in the afternoon, there's no reason why you can't do it twice in one day. All right, so it's a beautiful program. If you have lost your way a bit, or like I said, if you're injured, if you're post-pregnancy, if you're a little bit more mature, and this is a whole new experience for you, you are going to need a bounty rebounder though. You don't have to be on a bungee. You can use your spring rebounder. And we do have other little bars that we call support bars. They don't have to be these really nice jump sport handlebars. You can use any of our support bars also, okay, because we don't pull on the bar, we don't push on the bar or anything like that. So you can use a regular support bar instead of this one. And you can use a spring rebounder if that's what you have at home. Okay, but please, no matter what, just make sure it is a bounty rebounder, because we can vouch for them. We know you're going to be safe. There's a nice softness to the bounce. There's a beautiful Goldilocks bounce, and it's going to be a much better experience than if you're using one of these nonsense rebounders with a dead spot, and it's not going to be a great experience. You're not going to enjoy it, and you're going to give up. Okay, so make sure it's a good bounty rebounder, and we've done all our homework, making sure it's the best equipment that you can possibly get in South Africa. Okay. All right, everyone. Hope that this inspires you to get started on your bounty journey and to start with the Foundation Program 2.0. It's now available as of right now. Thank you so much.